Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of our EAFC 25 career mode, and what a fantastic start it has been for Southampton to the beginning of season 3. 4 wins and a draw in the Premier League and through to the EFL third round after our win on penalties against Brentford. That's where we're going to be starting today as we travel to Goodison Park to take on the Toffees in the third round. I've not really focused on the Carabao Cup too much, but I have seen a couple of comments saying it'd be nice to go on a cup run, so definitely going to try and put out a stronger side and make it through to the latter stages, and we're going to try and crack on and make it through to, I'm going to try and get to December if I can, as I do really want to crack on with this save as quickly as possible. So lots of games to come, starting here away at Goodison Park. Come on, you Saints. Well, guys, that is going to do it. And that is probably the worst game of FC 25 that I have played since release. That was an absolute shocker. And we are heading to a penalty shootout once again in the Carabao Cup. Beto up first with the Panenka gives Everton the lead. JWP wearing the armband for tonight on his return scores, and Anthony going the same way. Bazunu dives under it. That was a weak pen as well. Brereton Diaz. The corner is denied and it's not looking good. Vega scores and Everton have a big advantage here. Cameron Archer into that top corner scores. Need a save from somewhere. Solbakken is denied by Bazunu. And now Smallbone must score. Smallbone does score. Level at 3 apiece. Mosquera. Oh, nearly got there with Bazunu. And Fernandez must score. Mateus Fernandez denied. And we're out the cup. Once again in the third round. I just cannot get past the third round of the Carabao or the FA Cup. I'm sorry guys, I've let you down once again. I know you want to see a cup run. I just can't get past the third round. Well, I'm sorry guys, I just cannot do it in the cups. I had a strong lineup out there, but still couldn't make it past the third round. We would have been hosting Wolves at home at St Mary's if we had made it through, but not to be. I'm not too disheartened. Yes, we're into season 3 now, but the Carabao Cup is the lowest of our priorities, and after a great start in the Premier League, we're looking to carry that on here. Really tough game away at the Emirates as we take on Mikel Arteta's side. Still unbeaten in our opening 5 games, and I tell you what, I would certainly take a point here to keep the unbeaten start going. Just 1 goal conceded in the Premier League, and now we travel to the Gunners. Tough game. Come on, you Saints. Walker-Peters around the corner. Stein gets it to Fatawu, and he's looking for Evan Nilsson. Brilliant ball. Evan Nilsson in behind. Has he got the finish? Yes, he does. And the Saints lead again. It's not been a great start for Arsenal, just 2 wins in their opening 5. And Southampton really are on a roll. Lovely build-up. Fatawu slides through the Brazilian. And in the form he's been in to start off the campaign, it's no surprise that the ball hits the back of the net. Fantastic start. Saints lead after 15 minutes. Fatawu. Stein again. Evan Nilsson on the move. Is he onside? He is. Evan Nilsson in again. And Evan Nilsson finishes again. The Saints have 2 in London. And Arsenal and the Emirates are silenced. What a fantastic goal again. Evan Nilsson at the double. And the Saints look set for a massive 3 points on the road. Oh, nice football that from the Saints. Oh, and Guimaraes is off. Surely. That's going to be a second yellow. Was booked earlier on for a foul on Fellows. And Guimaraes, second yellow card, although we didn't see the animation. And the Arsenal skipper is sent off. And their day just goes from bad to worse. Perfect away day performance from the Saints. Jose Mourinho would be proud of this one. That is a classic Chelsea Mourinho performance from us on the road. Took the 2 chances that we created, defended really, really well, and grinding out the 2-0 victory. Yeah, brilliant win for the Saints on the road. And before we jump into our next game, we have got our first batch of scouting from our new nation. So, gonna have to be pretty special if the players are to make it in the first month. But there are a couple of names here from England, not Hugh Stevenson, but Stanley Holt and Aaron Jenkins that we'll keep the scouting on for now. The 2 that I'm really excited about, though, San Marino and, of course, Rwanda. Let's see if we've got anyone worth keeping an eye on. Enzo Nicolini could be alright. We'll keep Berardi in there as well. And that will do it for San Marino. But Nicolini in CDM looks like a pretty decent option. And as for Rwanda, well, Kanku's got a very good overall. Not the greatest potential. I'll keep him in there for now. Wow, Clarence and Dyer Shimei. Do you know what? Not even going to hold fire on him. Let's just chuck him straight in the academy. If the potential does drop at all, then of course we can release him at a later date. But he looks fantastic. Let's go and take a look at him straight away in the academy. Yeah, Clarence, 83 to 94 potential. Very, very quick winger. Good agility as well, and the dribbling's pretty high as well. I have seen that they fixed the bug on the low heading accuracy stat, which I assume is the same for goalkeepers. So 44 heading, pretty in line with the rest of his stats. But yeah, Clarence looks very, very solid as an inside forward on that right-hand side. Well, time to jump into our next game as we see the vice-captain, Taylor Harwood-Bellis and Leif Davis both getting England call-ups for the next internationals. You love to see it. And it's no surprise with Southampton sat top of the Premier League. Just 1 goal conceded. 5 wins and a draw in our opening 6. What a fantastic start to the campaign. But taking on Leicester City at home here, these are the games at times last year where we struggled to pick up the wins. Need to make sure that we are winning these sorts of games if we are to qualify for Europe this season. We know how influential form is in FC career mode, so need to keep the good start to the season going with another win here. Come on, you Saints. Stein, can he get it back to St Maximin? He can. And ASM shoots, and it's tipped over the top by the former Luton man, Thomas Kaminski. Fatawu against his former team swings the corner in. Kimpembe's in there, and he's taken out Chowdhury trying to get the ball. Oh, well done, Leif Davis. Wins the ball back. Stein onto ASM. Nice build up this from the Saints. And St Maximin into the area. And Fatawu at the back post gets it down, finds Walker Peters on his left foot. Oh, it's such an unlucky effort off the upright, and Leicester will clear. And Downs back to St Maximin. Nice. There's Stein. Has he got the finish? Yes, he does. And there's our breakthrough. We just had to remain patient. And Sem Stein Einstein, who's had a fantastic start to the season, assisted by the new man, St Maximin, his first assist for the club after he scored on his debut. And it is the Dutchman, Sem Stein, who opens the scoring for the Saints. Oh, Chowdhury's giving it away. And what a chance, and Mara couldn't finish. Well, what a reintroduction to St Mary's that would have been for Sekou Mara. Of course, second spell at the club. Didn't really get the chance to feature too much in his first spell, but I've brought him back and I've given him the chance. And practically his first touch since coming off the bench, and he's denied by Kaminski. Big opportunity, and I'm hoping we aren't made to rue it by Leicester in these final stages. Stein, Mara, Sekou, Mara, this time he does finish it, and we are not going to be made to rue those missed chances. And it's Sekou Mara who says, "Gaffer, I'm sorry for missing the first one." but give me that chance again, and I'm not going to miss it. Gets away from Yannick the Giant, the former Southampton man, smashes it into the top corner. And that will be game now. 7 unbeaten to start the campaign for Southampton. It has been a fantastic, fantastic start as we head into the September international break. Currently sat top of the Premier League. Well, through the first international break of the season, and Southampton currently 4 points clear with 6 wins in our opening 7 games. We know this fantastic run of form will eventually drop off, but if we can get off to a good start and pull ourselves clear at the top, we may be able to stay in a fight for a European spot this season. But tough game next as we travel to Stamford Bridge to take on Chelsea, who have struggled so far. Maresca's side with just 1 win in their opening 7 games, but of course still a very, very difficult place to visit. Taking on Enzo's side here, looking to make it 8 unbeaten to kick off the new campaign. Come on, you Saints. Yeah, I tell you what, it's a bit of a surprise that Chelsea have started so poorly, because it's still a fantastic team that they've got. They're missing a few key players, but yeah, as I say, a very, very strong side still. But for Southampton, Evan Nilsson, joint top goal scorer to kick off the season. And what about the main man, Einstein, Sem, with leading the assist charts, but 4 goals to go along with that as well. He has been phenomenal, as there he is again looking to get away and is dispossessed, but he is the danger man, as, oh my goodness, Evan Nilsson couldn't quite turn it over the line. Palmer out to Jackson, who's drifted out to this right hand side, looking to go past Leif Davis. Back into Palmer. Yusuf hasn't done a very good job of shielding there. And it's played into Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. And the former Fox, first time on his stronger left foot, drills it into the bottom corner. And Yusuf just didn't give me any support there. I mean, it's not his fault. It's the game mechanics. But watch this on the replay. Why he doesn't come over and go with the run, I'm not sure. Muric can't see the ball because Soleil's in front of him, but Yusuf just does nothing there. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall runs onto it, plants it into the corner, and we are behind for, I believe, the first time this season. Nice football that from Southampton, and Stein, can he get away? Stein, has he got the finish? Stein, oh, what a fantastic tackle. Couple of changes for us just to freshen things up as we hunt that goal. Evan Nilsson through to Stein. Can he finish? You bet he can. And the subs, well, not really involved, but making a difference straight away as the Saints find the equalising goal. This time it's Evan Nilsson repaying the favour to Sem Stein. And it's the Dutchman with the goal. His 5th of the season. And what a start to the campaign it has been. Was brought in as competition for Mateus Fernandes. And, well, there's no doubt that he has certainly overtaken the Portuguese playmaker now. Walker Peters has it again. Fatawu. Is there one last chance? Fatawu gets there. And Fatawu... Ref? No, surely Evan Nilsson... Has he given a foul? Was there an offside? Surely he's not just blown up there, because I'm just about to take the shot. You can hear the boos ringing around Stamford Bridge, and I think it's the away fans down at the other end of the stadium who are booing the referee for calling time when Southampton looked like they had a chance to win it. I can't believe he's blown up there. Well, I mean, all things considered, it's a pretty good point on the road, and it does keep us unbeaten in our opening 8 games. And I'll have to check the footage, but maybe there was a foul by Fatawu. Maybe that's what the referee called, or potentially an offside. I don't think it was offside, but I can't believe he's just blown up there without there being some sort of infringement. But we'll have to take the point and move on. Jumping into our next game, it's Wolves at home back at St Mary's. Wolves currently sat down in mid-table, also just one win to kick off the campaign. So looking to get back to winning ways ourselves here and pull further clear of Manchester City at the top. Still very, very tight in the early stages, so need all 3 points here against Gary O'Neill's side. Come on, you Saints. Yeah, happy to take the point from that last game and move on, despite the late drama with the referee. I was in the fourth official's ear, walking on the pitch, not happy at all. But moving on to our next game here, Wolves at home. This has to be a return to winning ways. It's been a fantastic start to Season 3. I don't think anyone would have expected Southampton to have got off to this good of a start, but we've got to keep it going here as Davis on his right foot couldn't generate the power and really should have done better, but it's so good to see us creating chances and scoring goals on a more consistent basis. Well, no JWP on the pitch. I'm not going to sub him on just for the free kick. Not in the first half anyway, but Fatawu's over it. We know that he can hit them. Fatawu. Oh, what a save! Walker-Peters into Suleimana looking for that goal. Lovely ball. And there's Cameron Archer, and it's a big save. And Ward-Prowse from range. Ward-Prowse! What a hit! JWP! Welcome back to St Mary's, my boy. Back where he belongs. And what a way to score his first goal on his return to the club. Known for his dead ball long shots, but this time from open play. JWP with an absolute rocket and a goal that will surely win the game from Southampton from here. Well, it is enough to win it for Southampton. Thought we were destined for a 0-0 draw, but James Ward-Prowse, his first goal since returning to the club, and it comes in front of that St Mary's crowd, and what a hit as well. As I mentioned, known more for his dead ball free kicks, but can do it from open play as well. And I know he's moved on in real life, but he just fits Southampton like a glove, man. I do think at some point he might end up back at the club. But yeah, what a story. JWP with the winner. Well, as Mateus Fernandes comes to us to say he needs more games, I'm struggling to give him that game time at the moment because Stein has just been so phenomenal for us to kick off the season. We're still top of the Premier League, but Manchester City do continue winning, and Brighton and West Ham aren't too far behind as well. But currently we have a 7-point gap to Manchester United in 6th. So we are starting to build up a little bit of a gap away from those European spots. And with Crystal Palace to come next away at Selhurst Park, that is another winnable game. Although we do follow that up with Manchester City and Spurs in mid-November. So a couple of really, really tough games. But I'm going to go and play the Youth Academy tournament here, as I want to try out some of the new lads that we've got, including the new lad and Dyer Shime, and then we should get our next batch of scouting after we've completed the youth tournament. But let's take a look at our scouts and see if we've got anyone else worth taking a look at. We'll keep the scouting on a few of these guys. Matthew Lawson could be okay. Really, really high overall here on Jesse Norman, but the potential is not great. But Theo Walsh looks very, very good. 52 to 70 overall and 76 to 94 potential. We'll definitely keep an eye on him. As for San Marino, let's see if we've got anyone who will be making the academy. For me, Berardi looking like the best from San Marino so far. And again, from Rwanda, a couple of good-looking wingers here. Trezor Hakizimana, great name. And the Dreadlock Prince, is looking very good as well, at just 13 years of age. Oh my goodness, Joseph. Oh my god, Rwanda, I found a cheat code. Get in the academy, my son. I found a cheat code with Rwanda. Some of these guys are absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'm not really sure on the pronunciation of the surname. I'd guess it's something around the region of Shimirimana. I'm assuming the N is maybe silent. Shimirimana. Right, that's definitely staying in. No idea. We're just going to call him Joseph. And Shimmy Mirana and Shimmy Mirana, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, jumping into our next game, Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park. They struggled last year and just about stayed in the division. Just one win in their opening 9 fixtures. And they're down in 16th place near the bottom 3 once again. So yeah, looking to make it to the 10-game mark unbeaten and to leapfrog Manchester City and return to the top of the Premier League. Come on, you Saints. Oh, Yusuf nicks it back straight from kickoff. Evan Nilsson. Surely. Oh, what a start. Just 2 minutes in. I barely got myself ready for the game. Yusuf nicks the ball back, rolls it through to Evan Nilsson. And I think that might have been our loanee Ronnie Edwards that he races away from. No, it's not. It's Milenkovic. And smashes it past the keeper to give us the lead inside 2.5 minutes. Buemo looking to take on his man, and he finds Nketiah. It's pegged back brilliantly. And Jeff Schlupp gets Crystal Palace back on level terms. Instant response from the Eagles. First time they've been forward. I do feel like there will be more goals today, as Eze has it. Runs into Stein. And Stein charging out the back 4. Looks for Evan Nilsson over the top. Milenkovic can't get there. He's having a pull. And that is going to be a penalty. And what colour is the card? For Nikola Milenkovic. There were covering defenders, and well, we haven't seen a card come out, but he's definitely got hold of the shirt. Evan Nilsson hits the deck, and I think Milenkovic has survived. Evan Nilsson won the pen. Evan Nilsson will take the pen, and Evan Nilsson will score the pen as well. Restores our lead, and the Brazilian, with a bit of samba spice, gives Southampton the lead once again, and I think that might bring him level at the top of the goal scoring charts. What a beginning to season 3 for Evan Nilsson. Yeah, this has been a cracking game here at Selhurst. No further punishment for Nikola Milenkovic, but we're carving through this back 3 or back 5, whatever you want to call it, like a hot knife through butter, as they just cannot cope with us, as Stein's effort is turned away by Gazaniga. But yeah, the back 3 being exposed, and Evan Nilsson is running them ragged in this first half. Downs finds Evan Nilsson. Strange skill, but it's worked for Tawu. Is he onside? He is. Surely for 3. No, he's denied. And it really should have been, as Downs will pick up the loose ball and let fly. And again, body's in the way, but Fatawu really should have found the net there. And that is one part of his game that he needs to work on. Lovely run. There's Leif Davis. Flag stays down, and Gazaniga called into action again. This has been a cracking game, this. And I just want that 3rd goal to give us the cushion. Oh, terrible mistake. Evan Nilsson, big save, but Suleimana's on hand. And well, I have to say, you don't see as many rebound goals, or I certainly don't, as you did last year in FC 24, but we'll take that when it arrives. Evan Nilsson denied, big mistake by Goodell, and Evan Nilsson really should have finished it, but Gazaniga could only parry to Kamaldeen Suleimana, goal side of Tyrick Mitchell, and he drills it into the open net. That will surely do it now. 2-goal cushion in the bag, and I don't see Crystal Palace finding a route back into the game from here. Wow, man, only a few years into the save, and Lamine Yamal is already a Ballon d'Or winner 2026. Could we potentially see that happen in real life? Well, I think there is every chance of it happening at some point, and yeah, only taken a few years in the save. Couple of big games coming up next. We've got Manchester City at home at St Mary's, followed by Tottenham away in North London at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then West Ham, currently having a great season and still unbeaten themselves, sat in 4th place. So I'm going to try and squeeze all 3 into today's episode. It might be a slightly longer one, but I'm really enjoying the gameplay today. It's been really enjoyable and fun to play. So Manchester City up first, coming to take us on at St Mary's. Of course, we got the scalp against them in season, was that season 1 or season 2? I think it was last year, right at the beginning of last year. That was quite unexpected. But yeah, looking to do the same here to remain top of the Premier League. Come on, you Saints. Tell you what, this is a really strong Man City side, and this is going to be a real test of how far we have come. Yes, it's been a fantastic start for the Saints, but are we the real deal? Is this just a good run of form, or are we good enough to be competing at the top of the table? Not necessarily for league titles, but at least for Champions League places. Well, I guess this is where we will find out, as ASM looks to run through and is brought down. And what colour is the card here? It's red, and Gonzalo Inacio is off in the first 10 minutes here at St Mary's. Free kick for City to deal with as well. Fatawu up and over, and Edison claims. Good hands by the Brazilian, but yeah, that is a real turn up. What are Southampton made of? Do we take the fight to Manchester City and go for all 3 points, or do we try and just see out one and see it as a good one? We'll have to see how the game pans out, but what an opening 10 minutes here at St Mary's. Walker-Peters into Fatawu. Can he find Evan Nilsson? Evan Nilsson, chance to win it, and he's put it wide. And that's the man we would have wanted it to fall to. City have been so good at keeping us out since the red card to Gonzalo Inacio, and we've not really created anything clear-cut until then, and the Brazilian couldn't find the target, and that's going to do it. Well, I probably would have taken a point pre-game. Do I feel the same after playing probably the best part of 80 minutes against 10 men? It keeps Man City at bay, so I suppose it is not a terrible result against arguably the best team in the country. But we didn't really make the most of the fact that they had the man sent off so early. A decent point, but yeah, I'm not too sure what to think of that one. That point against Manchester City will keep us top, but it's very congested with just 3 points separating the top 5 teams. So although it's been a fantastic start for the Saints, we've got to keep in mind we're only a couple of poor results from dropping out of a European place altogether. So got to keep our eye on the ball as we jump into our next game. Tottenham away in North London. They're currently sat in 9th, so just in the top half of the table, with a couple of other teams really jumping out of the blocks flying. Ourselves, Brighton, West Ham, Villa, all in the top 5 and doing really well to kick off the campaign. So looking to keep the likes of Spurs, Arsenal and Chelsea at bay with another 3 points here on the road. Come on, you Saints. Donley finds Neves, back to Samuel Chukwueze. Nice feet! And it's just wide of Murich's near post. Donley somehow gets it through to Chukwueze. This is a nice build-up. Taylor can't get there. Oh, yes, he can. From on the floor, blocks Solanke's shot from behind, sorry. And we've not really got going so far as Solanke gets his head on that. And Muric will claim. Opening half an hour, and the Saints haven't really started yet. Nice build up this from Tottenham. Solanke brilliantly through the gap, and there is the opening goal. And it's been coming as well. Spurs take the lead. Samuel Lino with the goal, celebrating with the mascot, taking the absolute mickey out of the Southampton defence. That's brilliant from the former Atletico Madrid man. Lino again, lovely feet, looks for Solanke, it might be two. Muric comes out, spreads himself and makes the stop, and we need the half-time whistle here because we are on the ropes at the moment. Chukwueze into Donley, and Lino is dispossessed by Downs, and that will do it. But we have been miles off the pace, and I just can't beat Spurs, man. They're one of my bogey teams. I just cannot turn up against them. Oh, naughty tackle that. ASM might be in trouble for that, you know. That was high from the Frenchman. And I'm a little bit worried about what colour the card is going to be. It's red. And that is not going to help our cause. And I think we might be cruising to our first loss of the season. That's naughty from St Maximin. I can complain all I like down on the touchline, but I think that's the right decision. Porro's gone. He's nowhere near the ball. And yeah, we look set for our first defeat of the season. And it's no real surprises coming in North London. I cannot beat these guys. Ward-Prowse again. Still Ward-Prowse. To the byline, lifts it in. It's loose and Spurs clear. And that is going to do it. One final flurry from Southampton, but the red card killed all chances of getting something out of it. A shake of the head, and only really myself to blame. A poor tackle with the Frenchman, St Maximin, and yeah, after the red, as I say, just couldn't get back into the game. Samuel Lino wins it for Spurs, and we taste defeat for the first time this season. Need to bounce back in the final game of the episode against West Ham. Well, as Man City were held to a 1-1 draw in the derby with Manchester United, they remain unbeaten but currently in 4th. Aston Villa in 3rd and ourselves in 2nd after our first defeat of the campaign. But it's West Ham currently top of the tree. 8 wins and 4 draws in their opening 12, undefeated as we host them here at St Mary's, back at home, looking to inflict their first defeat of the season to return back to the top of the Premier League. Big clash here against Lopetegui's side. Come on, you Saints. Yeah, first loss of the season there, and we knew it was going to come at some point, but it's all about how we react to it. We were never going to go the whole season unbeaten. We knew the loss was going to come at some point, but as I say, how do we react? Really tough game against West Ham, who are high-flying to kick off the campaign, yet to taste defeat, and now coming to St Mary's as that shot is turned away, but promising start. And exactly what we need to do to put the pressure on our visitors. Fatawu. Nice early ball into Evan Nilsson. Needs a teammate. Fatawu again. Now Walker-Peters on the overlap. And there is Stein. And that's nice ball control. And Brereton Diaz! In for the suspended St Maximin after his red card in the previous game. And Brereton Diaz says, "Gaffer, I've still got a place in this team." Lovely build-up. Walker-Peters to Stein. And Einstein, the genius, with a fantastic assist for Brereton Diaz. Slams it in past Lunin off the upright. And the Saints, this is what we're made of. Hume. Space for Edozie. And there's Evan Nilsson to seal it. Evan Nilsson! That'll wrap it up. His last involvement. And West Ham are set for their first defeat of the season. We've just suffered ours away in North London. Now we're inflicting West Ham's. Evan Nilsson, with his final touch before being substituted, rounds off the victory with, I think that is now goal number 10 in the Premier League this season. And there is the whistle at St Mary's. What a fantastic bounce back result for Southampton. West Ham suffered defeat for the first time in the Premier League, and that will take us to 30 points out of, I believe, a possible 39 and see us return to the top of the Premier League table to close out today's episode. What a result. Alright then guys, that is where we will leave it for today's episode. Loads of progress made. 8 games in the Premier League to take us up to match day 13, where Southampton currently sit top of the Premier League. Another first v second clash to come in the next game as we travel to Aston Villa to take on Unai Emery's side. Both currently deadlocked on 30 points with the same record. That is going to be another huge clash. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed. One thing I did just want to mention before we close out today's episode, I had a comment recently about some fan objectives, which is something I thought was really cool to get you guys involved with the save. So I'll put a snippet of the comment on the screen now as sort of inspiration. But if you've got any fan suggestions, either on the field or off the field, let me know, and I'm going to keep tabs and pick a few for each season. Obviously, we're already a couple of months into this campaign, but from next season onwards, especially going to pick some fan objectives to keep you guys involved with the save. So let me know your thoughts down below on some objectives either for this year or next season. As I say, it could be on the field, league position, cup, transfer, financial, anything like that. Let me know it down in the comments, and I'll catch you for the next episode very soon, guys. Take care and peace.